They say you are too much, too bold, but this is your time to ride. You don't need permission, your life was never meant to hide. You were born to glow. They told you to shrink, but you stood tall. You turn your pain into power and kept moving through it all. They couldn't dim what lives in you. You shine with purpose and break through. You lead with truth and carry grace. You were born to light this place.
Hello everyone, thank you for joining us today for the Candace Moment Show. I am Candace Owens, founder of Poetry Pioneer, and my co-host Bruce Wilson, who is, he works with Art So Wonderful. He is running a little late, so he may or may not join us. Hopefully we'll see him shortly. But we're going to go ahead and get started. I hope you enjoyed the song that opened the show. I think I've kind of shared throughout the journey. If it's your first time joining us and you're not sure and you don't know what we've been doing, we've been partnering together to do several different things. I've published a couple books. I started using my poetry and AI technology and started making music. And then I got brave and created a YouTube channel. And I'm like, hey, let's see what happens. Because there's a lot of bad in the world right now. And so figure out all the noise out there online, why not put good content too? Our last winner we had on the show, which was Amy Kennedy, we're still working with her to see what we can do with her. But today I just wanted to, we were kind of wanting to talk to you guys and just update you on what's going on and talk about some pretty interesting things that you can see in the sky sometimes if you look up. And so we'll just go ahead and get started. So first of all, I want to thank everyone for their support because whether it's CCTV or anyone online, it's been a huge to any of the success that I've had. And like I said, I started the YouTube channel in December 2024, and I've already got 11,000 subscribers. And in less than a year, I have 120,000 views. So, and within the last 30 days, actually, it's been like over 25,000 just in that period. I have several songs that have reached anywhere from 10 to 18,000 views and more than that likes. I think one of my videos actually has more likes than views, which I haven't quite figured out yet. I'm like, I don't know how that works. But I just bring that up because on top of the books, like I just want to make it clear, like I had no formal training. I've just been doing this since I was a kid. And I met Bruce, who was like, hey, you know, we work with people to help do things. And so we kind of brainstormed to come up with these different avenues. My first book released in 2024, won International Book Award. My second one I just released, still kind of promoting a little bit. They are both available on Kindle now too. But I just want to tell everyone that, you know, like if I would have never took that step and had that journey, I wouldn't have ever had the success I had. And all the feedback of my songs and everything that I've heard, because it's all about, you know, staying positive, being the light in the world that, you know, like just don't let the distractions get you down. And as me and Bruce normally say, stay on the narrow path. And so I just want to start out and tell people that because you may think that your crazy ideal or curiosity may not be anything, and you may think it sounds good to you. And if you share it, no one else will like it, and you'll be surprised. So just create things and see what happens. And so now we're going to kind of go to a different subject. I was hoping Bruce would be here for me because I've been sending the videos and I sent some to the studio too. But so for like the past year, really within the past 6 months, like I go out and I encourage other people too, to, you know, to get off your phones and kind of go outside and look up at the sky at night if you have a chance and you live somewhere where there's not a lot of light. And fortunately, I live out in a rural area, so, you know, there's not a lot of light pollution, so I can see the stars, and I've been looking at them pretty much my whole life. And so I go out there and I start seeing these weird lights, and so it will start like 2 and 3, and so I thought, okay, maybe they're airplanes. And I'm like, well, there's no airports near me, like there's nothing about it. And then like the more and more I'm curious about them, the more and more I start seeing them. And then like one night there was like fog, and they would come in and out of the fog over the hillside. You know, I'm not like scared. I'm like, oh my gosh, what is this? I'm just like, this is interesting. Like, I want to go check it out. And so I know it's not really related to like the other stuff that we do, but it kind of is, because I feel like if you see the mystery in life and you see the curiosity, like I could totally freak out and be like, oh my gosh, what is that in the sky? It is coming to kill us. It's the end of the world. Oh my gosh, it's over. You know, I just look up And I'm just like, huh, I wonder what that is. And I like video it and I'm like, okay, let me see. And then, whatever they are, whether it's drones or whatever, they keep coming back. So I'm just like, okay, maybe one day they'll get brave and they'll get closer. But for now, I'm watching whatever it is, whatever they're doing. But I just like to say that because in a world that, there's a lot of fear and we immediately go to fear, I think that if we change that to curiosity, whether it's in the arts or whether it's in technology, it just clearly shows that along with creativity, authenticity, like you got to be true to yourself. You never know what can happen. I mean, I've literally have no experience in creating music. I've never, produced anything. I just decided to take one of my poems and put it with music using an app and sounded pretty good. And I was like, I'm just gonna share this and see what happens. And that's where it ended up. And so with all those things, one of our huge goals and one of the reasons that I create everything I do is to help others. So, that's why we try to do the contest to give people opportunities from across the world, whether it's India or America or anywhere, to have an opportunity, on this platform to say, hey, here's your time to shine. Like, what do you have to share with the world? And, we're here to support you. We're not out here we're not charging people. All our contests are free that we do. And that's all because we're trying to help. The world's kind of crazy right now. And so we all need a safe place and there's never any judgment. And, so in all that, like just staying open and being open to create things and put them out there for people, I think is huge right now, because if we're scared with everything that's going on in the world, then if you don't put it out there, then one day you may not be able to. So I encourage you, whether you're a writer, a painter, a singer, or even if you've never sung a day in your life, but you like singing, just do whatever you love doing that makes you feel alive and passionate. And I think you'll be amazed at how your life perspective changes. And so speaking of that, we have a new contest coming up. I hope I'm not going too fast and everyone's following, but we have a new contest that's coming up. It's actually going to open October 1st and it will close November 1st. And so this one's going to be a little bit different. It's called The Light We Create, and it is obviously international, free. I'll have the link to apply to this online. And once you go on there, there'll be a form and you can submit your work. And the cool thing with this contest is I started out with 10, but it may end up being more depending on how many contest entries that we have. And I'm looking out there for any publishers that are willing to help, or if you know any publishers, it would be a huge help because everything I've done, I've pretty much done with no, we have no marketing. I mean, whatever I've invested my money. My books are self-published on Amazon. Everything is just me doing it. And so I would like to offer up to 10 poets that win the contest an opportunity to be an analogy and have a book with us all, and feature and publish that in the United States. Because I know a lot of people, like, as a author or a writer, one of the huge things that you dream of is being published. And a lot of people across the world, it's like a really big thing for them. They want to be published in the United States or other places. Like I have a book that's been published in India. That was one of my first opportunities to be published was in an analogy. And there was an online contest and I applied and there was 40 women selected and I was one of them. And so I really like to pay it forward. So we're going to give that opportunity, and then 10 artists, or 10 artists, well, pretty much 10 poets will be selected, or 10 people. And we're going to let them pick a couple poems that it's obviously going to be uplifting content about the light we create. And at the end of the show, we created a song to go with that too. So they'll play that once we get to the end. But I think the whole point of it is, I have the business Poetry Pioneer LLC. And, we have all these different things going on, but the main thing I've done is trying to build a brand, right? Because with what we're doing, we are pioneering a new path because, a lot of people, they write books, they do this, they do that. But I think if you kind of open yourself up to multiple lanes, it makes the opportunities kind of endless. I've had sponsors reach out that have wanted to get my content featured on other platforms. But I'm kind of hesitant to do any of those things because it's like, I want to make sure wherever my content ends up is where it's authentic and it's needed. Like it's got to be, where what it's got to be fulfilling the purpose of Poetry Pioneer and helping others. So we hope with this new contest coming out in October, and doing the analogy with all the authors, and in that opportunity, we're going to allow them to actually have a section where they get to tell their story. So along with the poem, you'll get a section where you're going to do like your biography. And so that will give you an opportunity. Let's say we have a winner from Nepal, we have one from India, and then we have one from Alabama, and then we have one from, I don't know, South Africa. Well, each person can tell their perspective on, what their history is, why they write poetry. And I think that's going to be a huge opportunity, because then not only do they get to share their poem, but they're also going to get to share their story. And I feel like a lot of us now, that's all we want, is to be heard, to be seen, and just to be like, hey, we exist. We're not just another number. We're not just a warm body. Like, we all have wants and needs and things that we want to do, and dreams. So what better way to do that than to use what I've got from doing what we've done, to elevate others. So, your voice matters. So just stay tuned. We'll keep all this stuff posted on my website, poetrypioneer.com. And there you can find out more. Going back to the lights in the sky, I'm kind of going everywhere, but I just want to go back to that. Like I said, just keep looking up, because if you see them where you're at, please let me know, because I don't know what they are. I don't know if it's an airplane, if it's a drone, I don't know if it's anything else, but that they keep coming back. So, but they only get so close, and I'm like, okay, I don't know what's going on. So if there's anybody else that's seen that, just email me at poetrypioneer2021@gmail.com. Because I'd be interested to see that, because there's been times I'm like, this is not like, I've been watching this guy for a really long time. And, I've lived out here for a little while in this area, and I pay attention, and that's not something I see. So I'm not sure what's going on, but I'm curious, right? So that's the thing. Not scared, just curious. It looks like Bruce still has not joined us. So I feel like I've rambled, but I feel like we're just going through what's going on. So I want to thank everyone for joining us again. And like I said, we are looking forward to more shows, more contests, and who knows, maybe one day we'll have like an in-person event. I think me and Bruce had talked about that in the beginning, was trying to get me down there in Vermont, or just trying to do some in-person things, because don't get me wrong, I like doing things virtually and having these opportunities to share my story on a screen. But I think it would be even better to get in the community. I'm actually thinking about partnering with a local school here in where I live, and they have an opportunity for me to go in and do a stand with my books and my company. So, and go in there and do that. So I'm going to start trying to focus too on helping the youth. And I'm trying, I don't know if he'll do it, but I'm trying to get my son to actually write the intro to the book, because he's a good writer, and I want him to write the intro, like how he sees the world now, and what he would like to see it in the future, like what a perfect world would be to him in the future. Because I feel like there's so many voices out here that we hear, but we don't hear the kids, right? And this is going to be their world. Like, when we're done, they're taking it over. And so I feel like their opinion matters just as anyone else. And if he doesn't want to do it, I may, have an opportunity for kids to enter a contest and see if they want to have that opportunity. Because I want, to, like I said, to have those different voices from different ages and in different locations, different cultures. And, basically we're born to shine, and we are the light we create. So if we go out here and every day we're just like, oh my gosh, life's bad. I woke up late, it's awful, the weather, it's raining, my job's awful. Unfortunately, that's the reality you start experiencing, and then every day becomes painful. And so I feel like if you're creating something, that gives you an outlet. So even if there is something bad throughout the day, you have a way where you can go and you can get that out by creating, whether it, like I said, writing or any kind of, heck, just go and clear your mind. Because if you're not thinking, then you're healing. That's the way I look. If you're not having thoughts and you're just calm, then you're resting. So as we come to, because I think I've been talking for about 20, let me see, I don't know how long it's been, but I've been talking for a little bit. So I feel like I got all the major things that I wanted to hit. And I hate Bruce wasn't here because he would have made it so much more fun. The dialogue back and forth we have, it's hilarious. I think I don't know if you guys think it's funny, but I think it makes the show pretty entertaining. But I will close letting you know that I now have the New World Light series, the 2 books. I have the first one, which is Poetic Affirmations to Create Heaven on Earth. And then the second one is Awakening Your Soul Through Poetry. Both are available on hardback. The Kindle version is available for the Awakening Soul Through Poetry. The other one will be available on October 1st. I'm re-releasing that as a Kindle, the Poetic Affirmations. So, and then I'm going to call you because, we're really trying to help people, and publishing this book is going to cost money. And it's going to be a lot of my time and resources, and not just mine. I mean, it's going to be Bruce's. We're going to try to get panel members on because I want to have other people that are going to help pick out who the winners are, so that it's not just one person saying, hey, this is who it should be. So it's going to be, we're going to step it up a notch. And so there's going to be a QR code if you would like to donate, whether it's $1 or $20, anything helps. The money will go completely back to supporting our mission, which is to help spread light through, music, art, poetry, collaborations, anything. Because I don't know about you, when I turn on the news, it's just bombarded with just noise, chaos. And so I think, that's one good thing about these kind of networks is that we have those opportunities to put different content out there. And so I hope you all enjoy it. And I hope that this time that you've spent with me has been, positive, like you leave here feeling better. And so I'm going to kind of close it and let them finish with the other song that we created, which is called The Light We Create. And so they'll have the flyer up that has more info about the contest that the entries will open. And then anybody that wants to reach out, if you have any show ideals, if you have any ideals or you'd like to partner in any kind of way, please reach out to me or Bruce Wilson. And we're happy in any way. We are here to try to help. And as we help others, our dreams come true too. So that's kind of how it works. So I hope everyone enjoys the rest of their day. And we will see you guys again soon. Bye.
Art so wonderful, let's go. Started with a vision and a verse in a notebook. Now we got the globe tuned in, take a close look. Pushing past pain, turn it into power. We the type to bloom in the darkest hour. From the books to the beats, yeah, we set it in motion. 2 worlds, 1 mission, pure soul devotion. A pen, a mic, a message that's true. We lighting up the planet, now we calling on you. 1 voice, 1 dream, let it elevate. We're not just changing minds, we innovate. From the silent to the stage, let the words translate. It's bigger than us, this is the light we create. We are the light, yeah, we rise, we shine. Turning pain to poems, turning truth to rhymes. Poetry pioneer, we align with fate. With art so wonderful, we activate. So speak your soul, it's not too late. This is your time, this is your gate. We are the light, we elevate. Together we move, together we create. In the air from the east to the west, every voice in the room got something to express. From the youth on the come up to the legends in the booth, we don't chase trends, we deliver the truth. This ain't